Well, here's a stunner. Jason Witten has ended his one-year retirement and one-year stint at ESPN and has decided to return to the Dallas Cowboys. Is this something that's going to spread now? Are you getting any ideas? Are you going to unretire and go back and play football?
No, definitely not. I'm not a Hall of Fame caliber player. Never was. So, no, you're stuck with me. If you're trying to get me out the door, I'm not doing it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm here with you, big guy.
So 1 to 10, how surprised were you by that news?
Pretty shocked. I got to say, that was about an 8 or a 9 on the Richter scale there. I just was not expecting it. I thought people here in our NBC staff were joking when I first heard it. Now, I had heard the rumors, and the Cowboys can deny it all they want, but I know from some pretty credible sources that the talk of asking him to come back and play last year during the middle of the season was very real. And obviously, he had the big job at ESPN. But I guess my big question, Mike, is, is there something coming at ESPN that he knew about that leads him to go to football, or did he just get the itch and want to go back to football?
I think that it's a combination maybe of coming back to play football, of getting out of an awkward spot where he knows, and I think he's sufficiently self-aware that he knows he's not suited for that job.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that as politely as I can, right? But that was the common theme, and that would be torture, to be trying your best every week and it just doesn't work, and you're constantly being berated and criticized and lampooned. Yeah, you want a nice little escape hatch, and the perfect one is to go back and play football. And when you look at what the Cowboys have going on with Amari Cooper there, a guy that they really hadn't had with that skill set since what, Terrell Owens?
Yeah, right.
Right. What's the best receiver they've had since T.O. who could stretch the field and make it easier for Jason Witten to do his thing? They have the need at pass-catching tight end.
Yeah.
Jason Garrett's back's against the wall. Stephen Jones said so himself. So the planets lined up perfectly for kind of like, let's load the cannon one time. And I have a feeling it's going to be a short time on retirement for Witten, but come back and help Garrett keep his job, and this is the perfect way to do it.
He looked like he stayed in shape throughout the season, and I don't know that, but he did. Anytime they showed a shot of him in the booth, he had his tight suit on and he looked good. I would think that he is that kind of guy that hasn't let his body get too far out of shape. And to your point, yes, there's certainly a spot for him on that football team. He's loved for his leadership, his smarts. I do think he can help out a Dak Prescott. It's a great example, too, of, if you're ever a player and if you think you should still play, you play until you just can't stand it anymore. What else are you going to go do after? I think that's why you see the Brett Favres and things like this happen at times, because at some point you come to the realization nothing can substitute that adrenaline and everything that you get from a locker room and running out on the field every Sunday.
That was a story that Brett Favre told once after hearing your dad on the radio say,
how many can only play golf so much?
Play until they rip the uniform off of you.
Yes, right.
So Witten comes back and plays until they rip the uniform off of him, hopefully for him, because it will help the Cowboys, especially when they have between Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott improving. There's an opportunity there for Witten. You don't have to be able to run fast like you did, and not that he ever did run fast, but he gets to the spot, he knows the system, he knows where the ball is going to be, he makes the catch, and he does what he can with it, and that's just another reliable target that you have in an offense that isn't as creative and diverse as it needs to be, but he definitely makes them better than they were without him.
And we definitely know he's going to the Cowboys, or he's going to stay with the Cowboys, right?
It's the Cowboys.
It's the Cowboys,
it is the
100%.
Cowboys.
Okay, that's awesome.
Because he's so close with Jason Garrett.
Sure.
And he's such an iconic figure. And look, if he wants to get back into broadcasting after a year or two, maybe he'd be better off with Fox or CBS in the third or fourth tier and get more reps and not have that same scrutiny. You're on a big spot when you have one of those primetime games, and it's really hard to learn the craft the way you need to, and no one's ever going to agree if you are getting better. Now, it's already baked in, and you know what, who knows? He may go 10 years at Fox or CBS and then go back to prime time, and those old narratives are going to lock in again. But I think that it makes sense for the Cowboys. It makes sense for him.
It does.
And ESPN, what do they do now? Do they go with Joe Tessitore and Booger McFarland as the only two, or is the opening now for Greg Olsen to slide into that spot?
It sounds like they were trying to make a push for Greg Olsen, so I will be interested to see who fills that void and how ESPN handles it.
Kurt Warner was not bashful last year about wanting that spot, so ESPN has an opportunity here, if it chooses to take advantage of it, to add somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't get any ideas about that either.
No, I'm not. I'm here. I'm locked up.
You've signed the contract.
You're trying to get me out of here. I feel
No, stop. Yeah, you quit squeezing my leg, and I'll quit trying to get you out of here.
No, that's not happening. Nope, not a deal.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.